Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I have a very quick layout for you today. It only took me about 48 minutes to complete. This is the fourth, I believe, layout for my December project, which is a gift that I am giving to my sister for Christmas. This layout is actually a picture of my nephew, and I believe they're at the airport and he's watching the airplanes, but just the look on his face just kind of said to me that he was just so curious. My nephew is extremely smart. I mean, you could tell early on that he's going to be pretty smart. I mean, my sister is extremely smart. And it's just, she's the one who got the brains in the family, but whatever. And her son is going to be exactly like her. He just is like so analytical, even at such a young age. It's quite comical because he's so much like her. But anyway, so he's just like this picture, he's just trying to figure it out. He's just watching and he's just trying to figure it out. So the title of this layout is going to be Curious Mind. And I'm thinking about using these tabs at the top. I'm not going to use them on this layout. I'm going to use them on the next one, but I was kind of going this direction at first. And these are some project life cards that I'm actually cutting up, and one says love this and one says capture. And so I'm trying to kind of figure out what I'm going to do. This background paper is actually from Chicken Crafts, and so is also this this other paper is also sorry, the English grammar thing, doesn't really work for me sometimes. Anyways, so this frame is also from that same collection, and it's just a cut apart paper that I'm using. There's this paper, and it's really difficult to see on camera, at least on the view that I'm looking, but it has kind of an ombre teal pattern, but it's also got white chevrons on it. So this is just going to be a very delicate layer under my photo. The photo is a little bit washed out and not extremely defined, so I'm kind of using those same washed out colors in the background on this on this layout. This frame that I've put down at the bottom, I'm going to use that as a grounding point for my title, and I'm just kind of pulling out a couple different elements here. A few of these are from the Chicken Crafts cut apart sheet, and then I've also got this other one that is I don't remember. I want to say Hello Darling, but I don't think that's right. Anyways, it's an ephemera pack that I have from some collection that I got at Tuesday morning. And I'm pulling out some of the teals. I am going to use a few of the pinks and a very few bits of the oranges, but most of it's going to be teals and kind of this... Sorry, I'm rolling my chair. I'm getting pushed back. And a few of these grays. Just kind of flipping through the different things that I have here, trying to figure out exactly what I want to use. And this kind of creates the base for my layout. The piece of paper that I actually backed my photo on is a kind of diagonal plank style paper. It almost reminds me of a floor, like flooring, but it's just kind of a diagonal pattern. These alphas are actually from the Chicken Crafts Date Night collection, just like the background paper, so it matches perfectly. And this is where I'm putting Curious Mind as my title. Those square stickers that you see are actually from the We Are Memory Keepers archived collection, and they're a really nice addition to be able to add onto some layouts. It's kind of like using little tiny word stickers, but they're a little bit larger. However, they are very thin, so they work a lot better if you back them on a bit of white cardstock first. By the way, I have my hot apple cider sitting here with me in a big mug that has an M on it for Melody, and I'm wrapped up in 2 blankets, just enjoying the evening. It's not really cold outside, but I just have a chill for whatever reason. So I just thought, I'll just snuggle up. I mean, what a wonderful thing to do on a December evening. I think it's about to rain outside, so it's kind of got like a little bit of a chill in the air. So anyways, I'm snuggled up here, preparing YouTube videos for you guys. I really enjoy this. It's just something I really like to do, and I'm really glad that you guys enjoy watching them. So anyways, back to the layout. I'm kind of creating a title here, and the title is really Curious Mind, but I kind of created a little bit of a longer title. It says, he has a very curious mind. And I didn't have a Y in these basic gray alphas anymore. I use them all, so I'm kind of finagling and making my own. This works really well whenever you have these basic style letters. If you have something real scripty, it's extremely difficult to make up a new letter. But when you don't have a real scripty letter, a real scripty font, it's pretty easy to make up new letters. I have a couple of these darker teals, and I just wanted to bring a little bit of a darker color to the layout. This one that says Love Life says, love life and it will return the favor. And then I've got this one that says Happy, and it's a little bit difficult to see, but these polka dots on the background paper have little hearts in them. And they're kind of that orangey pinky tone, so that's where I'm pulling this pink heart from at the top left of the layout. It's kind of a play on the background paper. And then I have a little hello, not really a tab, but just a little cut apart above the Love Life. And then the orange label that's below the He Has a Very Curious Mind says My Kind of Guy, and it's got a little white heart and a teal heart on it. Now I am creating a journaling spot like I have been doing at the top here, and that's what you see me working on. There's one of these stickers that said details, and it was in that teal color, so I'm just backing it on a piece of grid paper, and then I'm putting a little bit of silver polka dot washi on the top of this other card that's going to go right behind this one. And I'll trim up that card to match perfectly. This is where I'm actually backing on that piece of white cardstock like I mentioned. I always have white cardstock little bits and pieces everywhere, so it works perfectly for these little moments where I need something to back it with. And I haven't really been liking the back side of a lot of these cards, so I'm kind of mounting them on other cards to make both sides match the layout. And I'm just going to create that little pull spot right here under the pink heart there in the top. And then I'm putting my little arrow that says love this, and it just keeps your eye flowing right to the photo. Since I do have a lot of these little bits of gray pieces on here, I am going to pull out my little Bella Boulevard cut apart cameras that you've seen me use on a lot of layouts. I'm actually almost out of them. I want to say I only have a few left, but I'm going to pull them out here, and it's just going to add another little gray element to the background. I put one behind the Love Life, and then two right behind the Love This arrow, and then one right under the Happy under the heart at the top. I was just trying to find a piece of paper where I can use to make my little pocket on the back here. Whenever I created this stash kit, I put all of my scrap papers in here, or at least all my large pieces of scrap paper in here. I didn't know exactly what I was going to use for this kit, so I wanted to be able to have as many different pieces to pull from as possible. And having these different scrap pieces of paper, it's really perfect for things like creating these pockets. There we go. I have my little pocket ready to pull. I like this background mat that I use to do my scrapbooking on. It makes it really easy to keep the layout centered with that 12 by 12 white block that's printed on the background. If any of you guys do YouTube videos, this is an awesome mat to use. It's pretty large. I believe it's like 2 feet by 3 feet or something almost similar to that. So it makes a really large background, and it also helps just keep you centered. So I always have my camera lined up to where that white box is in the very center of the camera screen. All right, now I'm going to pull out some silver washi, and no, washi sequins, and these are actually some Studio Calico sequins. It has like a larger circle, a smaller circle, and some stars, and I'm just kind of scattering those about. It seemed like it needed something else, and since there were already dots on the background, like polka dots on the background paper, it just seemed natural to have another circular element on here. And an easy way to glue down your sequins is just to put a bit of glue, like a little blob of glue on a piece of scrap paper. Use your tweezers and dip those sequins right in that glue and just put them right back on your layout. I struggle with these tweezers for quite some time before this layout, or I did struggle with them before this layout, just getting used to them. In my mind, tweezers, you squeeze them to shut them and let them go to open them, and craft tweezers are totally opposite, and it just messes with my mind for whatever reason. I struggle with them. But I'm just looking through a couple different things, trying to see if anything else would look good on the layout. And this pretty much finishes it. I'm just going to add a few more bits and pieces of this washi just to kind of tie it into the journaling card that I have tucked behind my layout. But like I said, this was a really easy layout. It came together very quickly, and it just seemed to flow. And I love it when layouts flow right. So please give me a thumbs up if you guys like this video. Also subscribe though so you can see the other layouts that I have coming in the very, very near future. I will have some still photos at the end as I always do, and then I'll also do a weekly recap on my blog if you'd like to see a little bit more about each layout. So that pretty much completes the layout today. And I'm just going to add a little heart right here beside the love life, and then that will be it. So thanks for joining me today, guys. Bye.